hundreds of years of history crashing down as the city came to terms with its slave trading past. Protesters in Bristol did in a few minutes what politicians have been arguing about for years and toppled the statue of Edward Colston. As a slave trader, it's thought he was responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of people and the trafficking of many more during the 17th century. Conditions aboard the slave ships were so bad that many died on board. Their bodies were thrown over the side. A leading expert on the slave history of Bristol has said that he hopes the toppling of the statue is the beginning of something bigger.
This is a great moment, but without direction, without actually bullet-pointed ways that we can do things, it's in danger of dissipating. Black Lives Matter is a great galvanizing tool, but it's not a program at the moment. With a rallying cry, people come to it because it's simple and it's clear. What we now need is something which is strategic and more complex.
Protests in Bristol have been frequent and peaceful since the death of George Floyd sparked a global outcry. As well as some violence from a minority of protesters in London, a statue of Churchill was also graffitied. The Home Secretary was clear in her response.
Well, I think that is utterly disgraceful, and that speaks to the acts of disorder, public disorder, that actually have now become a distraction from the cause in which people are actually protesting about.
The statue in Bristol had been standing for 125 years. Now the debate is what to put on the empty plinth.
The statue may be gone, but the history of Bristol remains. I'm standing on Colston Avenue, next to the Colston Tower and the soon-to-be renamed Colston Hall. Many are now calling for a dedicated slave museum so that future generations know the true history of the foundation of their city. John Beaver, CGTN, Bristol.